Welcome back to another Monday morning with Stefana. So it's Monday morning mentoring. This is where I get to give you some insight into what we do here at Yoga Latte Fitness Studios. And this is a question I get a lot. What should I eat before I work out? So I'm going to share my favorite pre-workout snacks and give you a little bit of insight on how you can optimize your workouts with the foods that you eat. If we haven't met before, I'm Stefana Johnson. I am the founder and lead trainer for Yoga Latte. I'm also a corrective exercise expert, and I specialize in helping executives. Usually they're 40 plus, because once we get past our 40s and into our 50s and we're busy executives, it's really oftentimes we're the last person, the last to be taken care of, right? Because we're handling so many other things. And I get this as a busy professional and business owner myself. It is something that I have to think about as well, even though this is what I do. So I love working with busy executives and helping them transform their bodies. And if you're interested in that, I will definitely let you know how you can reach me in the future. And so in terms of snacks and pre-workout, foods that we eat will either give us energy or it will deplete us. And I love this concept where there's really no neutral food or thoughts or things that we're doing, but let's just talk about food today. Food is either going to be helping you or it's going to be harming you. It's either going to be giving you a deposit or it's going to be taking withdrawals from you. And ideally, when you're going in for a workout or you're doing something, a strategic activity, movement-wise, you're going to want to actually have good deposits and reserves. And so these top three that I have for you today give reserve. And so, and that doesn't mean like extra fat. It gives you reserve so that your body has what it needs to burn fuels and not break down muscle. And this is really important because I see a lot of fads with, oh, keto, and you should be fasting when you're working out, especially when you're training. And all of that is information, but it doesn't necessarily pertain to you. And this is why it's really important to make sure that you are getting information that's specific for you, to you, and is it the best for you? Because honestly, even in that idea that I gave you, where is it helping or harming, for one person, something that helps one person could actually harm another. And for something that harms another could help another, and in that way. So if you start thinking this way and really step into taking personal responsibility for your health and your fitness and your wellness, it's going to make a huge difference in the overall picture. And that's really what we're about. That's what I advocate as from Yoga Latte day one. This is about you being able to understand your body and how it best operates. Okay, so with all that said, let me give you my three top. And in fact, I'm training for a Spartan right now. That's kind of my hobby. So while I love my yoga and my dance and this, I'll do the Spartan because it takes me outside of my comfort zone in such a big way. And so when I train that way, I know I have to prepare in a certain way. So the foods that I love to go to, and these are my top three, my number one is cucumber sliced cucumber with cream cheese and smoked salmon. I love those. Those are the best, to me, snacks that I can get. And my youngest son has gotten into taking the smoked salmon and making it into jerky. So now I have extra pieces of jerky, and that really sustains me for an intense workout. The next one that I love is right now with seasonal. So I love cottage cheese as a base, great protein source, has some good fat in there. It also has great digestive enzymes all built in. Cottage cheese, and it's a really good food. I will, depending on what's in season, fruit-wise, add a fruit to that cottage cheese. So for example, right now, I'm adding a lot of kiwi and apricot into my cottage cheese. So I'm mixing that up. It used to be that I was adding pears into it. I don't often do bananas. Bananas are just, especially in the Pacific Northwest, they add moisture to the lungs. So it's not an optimal food. But if you're in a hotter climate, go ahead and add those bananas. Great for potassium. It's not the highest in potassium, so by the way. There are many other foods that are far higher. In fact, kiwi has more potassium. So I know that that's been promoted in our minds, and I'll hear clients say, oh, I ate my banana for my potassium. It's like, no, it actually does more harm than good. So I don't love bananas generally. Okay, the next one that I love, and this is one you wouldn't really think, because for us in the Pacific Northwest right now, and actually we're kind of having, it's March coming into spring, but we're still having snows. My client in the East had a major snowfall this weekend. So I love having warm foods, and oatmeal, especially steel cut oats, is fabulous. I'll put cinnamon in there. I'll put some clove, some dates and walnuts in there, and it is a perfect food that helps sustain long energy, especially when I'm doing sprint days for the Spartan training, or for those training days. When I'm doing with Transform clients, I will always say, when we're doing sprint days, let's get those carbs in there. Let's go ahead and have those oatmeals. And if you love oatmeal, that's a great meal. And we'll call it those snacks. I like them. They're micro meals, but it's a small meal, right? And so there's that idea. I have a couple other little bonus ones for you. Tomato, mozzarella, and basil with a little bit of olive oil drizzled on. Those are great. I love those as well. And I also do nori rolls wrapped with avocado and that smoked salmon in there. I've also done whitefish. I've gotten into making some whitefish. We've got some local fishermen that we get some fish from. And then I'm just making my own mayo and making it into kind of I'll use applewood smoked. Super easy. Maybe I'm making this sound complicated, but it's so easy. It literally, you can have something within 5 minutes. Oatmeal, not so much, but oftentimes what I will do is put it in the crock pot, because I have clients first thing in the morning. So I'm not even eating until about 10 or 11 o'clock. And then that's when I do my own training after that time. So I hope this helps. I love coming up with ideas. And the thing is, every single client that I have is unique, has a unique body type, has a unique living, right, where they're demographic wise. Now, most of my clients are virtual. So demographically, they're in different areas. I love local. I love fresh. I love real, less packaged. Do not love smoothies with protein powders and things. It's not necessary. You're not really going to need that. You're going to do far better making, grilling a piece of chicken or grilling a piece of fish or steak or whatever your protein is that you love, and then having some vegetables with that. And in the time it takes you to get all the protein and go buy and research it, it's like, you might as well just have what you know, which is fresh protein, a clean protein, a clean stir-fried vegetable, something that's local. You're going to feel better. Your digestion will work better. I'm just not a fan of proteins. I myself have thrown out all protein shakes. I don't do them. For my older son, who's an ectomorph, so he's super thin and it's hard to put on weight, and he's doing fencing, so he's just drenched. High electrolytes for him, so I'm giving him a lot of more coconut waters, and so higher carbs with that, and then adding in and just feeding him lots of burgers, right? Not greasy burgers from a fast food joint, but burgers that he can make that, grass fed and real food in that way. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm excited about this. This is my passion. I love helping my clients get excited about their own health and well-being. It's to me, I was going to say it's easy and it's fun, but I'll take the guesswork out of it for you so that you don't have to think about all these things. You get to go and create your life and do amazing things with your life and lead the businesses you're here to lead, and help the people in your field and do the things that you need to be doing, and I'll make it easy for you with the food and the nutrition and the movement. So you're not spending hours in the gym or in the kitchen or, sitting in an ivory tower meditating, but we are powering you on and getting you energized to show up as the best version of you, and and do what you're here to do. Okay. So until next time, I'm Stefana Johnson. I'll see you next Monday on our live. So you can also catch me on Wednesday Wellness when I do a workout of the week. So until next time, again, you can catch me at stefana.net if you want to book a time on my calendar. And I'll see you then. Make it a great week.